Police emergency.
She stopped breathing.
When crisis strikes,
My boy's kicking off, he's trying to attack me.
this is where we turn.
He's got a knife now and they're arguing.
People don't call because everything's going hunky-dory.
It's our emergency services
Whereabouts are they, mate?
who see firsthand
He's getting a blow, isn't he?
what Britons really like.
If they get people with AK-47 go out to my house.
I just wondering if my drink was spiked.
You've been in prison for harassing somebody else.
I know I was in bloody prison before.
I really hope that's not poo.
And how it's changing.
You need a what, sorry?
Fucking massage.
You need a massage. All right, well, the ambulance service does not provide those.
For the nation's ambulance and police services, times have never been tougher.
Fuck off. I said fuck off.
Are you sending an ambulance or not?
The safety nets that people once had just simply don't exist.
You need to come this side of the barrier.
But when it matters most,
It's going blue.
theirs is still the number
I'm scared.
the nation relies on most.
We have dispatched officers on priority.
It's fine, it's fine. That's what I'm here for.
You've done the right thing by calling us.
Say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well done, my darling. Where were you sleeping? I don't know.
In just 7 years,
Well, slept in the doorway, or down the car park, and all over the place.
the number of homeless people in the UK
Get in the tent.
has doubled.
There's a guy really aggressive begging.
In Wiltshire, the police are left dealing with the fallout.
He's got nowhere else to go.
No one cares anymore.
And with more than 300 new people losing their homes every day,
We've got Mel on the top floor with his feet hanging over the top.
it's a crisis that looks set to get worse.
People really don't understand how close they are.
Police emergency.
I'm getting increasingly worried about a man that sat on a wall opposite my house.
It's 10 p.m, Friday night. And in Wiltshire Police's 999 emergency control room, a curious report is coming in.
I came into the kitchen and I heard a lot of shouting.
Yeah.
So I looked out and I don't know whether he's drunk, drugged, or whether he's ill.
How old did you say he is?
I don't know. I can't even see whether he's black or white or anything. But I'm worried.
I popped it down as a priority, so it'll be our next available officer in the area.
Okay, thank you.
Bye now.
PC Dan Travis and 2 community support officers have been sent to investigate.
Hello, fella. It's the police.
Where's your ID? Have you got any?
What's your name, fella?
Thomas.
Thomas?
Okay,
Yeah.
Thomas.
Okay, Thomas.
Thomas.
Hello, Thomas.
Thomas.
How are you?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Okay.
Yeah? You had a bit to
I
drink
think
tonight?
this Polak, Thomas, kurwa, is Polish, kurwa.
Shall we chat? Whereabouts are you staying?
He was absolutely twatted. He really was. He didn't know whether it was Easter or Tuesday. It was cold.
Can I call you Tom? Can I call you Tom?
Fox,
No,
kurwa.
it's a cat.
No, it's a cat. It's not a fox. It's not a fox, it's a cat. It's okay.
Tom, what's your plans for this evening then?
I'm sleeping, kurwa.
You're not sleeping.
You can't sleep, not here. You can't sleep here, it's cold. You need to go home.
Go home, kurwa. It's my home, kurwa.
Here's not your home.
No, kurwa, is this, kurwa, English, kurwa, people, kurwa,
Right.
no, kurwa.
What does Corva mean?
Tom,
Aye, fuck.
See?
Well, let's try I translate first.
You've got plans there?
William Wallet, kurwa. It's Scottish, kurwa.
Scottish.
Corva's sausages.
All right.
Yeah, I think it's a sausage.
Kurwa.
The whole situation was a total clusterfuck. Thomas, this is your wash kit. Where are you going, mate?
Okay, whereabouts are you staying, Thomas?
Wasn't here, Thomas.
Ah.
But I think he might be sleeping rough. He's got 2 space blankets.
You got your phone there?
Homelessness used to be a problem just in our big cities like London, Birmingham, Manchester, but it's now filtered out to all the small towns.
Do you sleep in rough
I really hope that is soil and not poo. Is that poo in there?
Some of our car parks, you can go in there, 3 o'clock in the morning, find 6, 7, 8 people sleeping together under a rampway, you know, out of the cold, out of the rain.
Is that poo? Shit? No?
No,
It's horrible
it's
brown
marijuana. It's marijuana.
It's not marijuana, because it's brown. It's not. It might be wet tobacco.
In Wiltshire, a disproportionate amount of those who are homeless are recent arrivals.
Swindon has attracted a large immigrant population. It is difficult for them. I do think they have this sort of Dick Whittington moment. They think the streets are paved with gold.
Do you have family here?
Imagine being in a country where you do not speak the language, you have no family or friends to even fall back on. It's not surprising to me that some of them end up homeless.
Thomas, where are you sleeping? You can sleep?
Yeah.
Where? Where?
I don't know.
The public expect the police to deal with it, but we can't give them housing.
You don't know where you're staying tonight. Do you sleep outside? Yes?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
of course. Yes, of course.
Okay. Got you.
You know, I have to have a reason to arrest someone. I can't just arrest someone because they're a knob.
Thomas, we need to go.
Kurwa.
Thomas, you need to go now.
Thomas.
What is doing, kurwa? It's kurwa.
If no one's got anywhere to go and they're drunk, but they're not causing any issues, we're sort of at a loss here. We're stuck.
Kurwa.
Tom? Okay, I'm going to let go of you now. Set you on your feet, okay?
Majta.
Right?
Majta, i co ty chcesz z tym zrobić? Majta, co chcesz zrobić? What are you doing?
What am I doing?
What are you doing?
I'm letting go of you now.
We're stuck there with them, and if they're absolutely intoxicated to the point where I'm concerned about them, I can get them an ambulance, yes. If they're drunk and incapable, I can get an ambulance for them, but that just places more stress on the ambulance service.
I'm going to let you go.
Huh?
I'm going to let
What
you
are
go.
you doing?
I don't-
What are you doing?
I'm going to let you
What
go.
are you doing?
I'm not doing anything. I'm going to let
What
you
are
go.
you doing?
I'm going to let you go.
I'll tell you.
Okay, bye.
Right. Bye, Thomas. We'll let you go, okay? Yeah, let's just walk away, Joe.
All right.
It's very difficult. It's very difficult.
Okay, it's fine, Thomas. It's all fine. Okay, it's fine. Just get in the cars. Guys, jump in the car. Jump in the car.
Mówcie, kurwa. Polskie, kurwa, chcą zawsze. Zajebać.
Thomas, calm it down. Thomas, this is your last chance. You need... No. Thomas? No. I'm arresting you on suspicion of being drunk and assaulting in a public place. Okay. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned, subject to later line in court. Anything you do say may be given evidence. Okay, Thomas? Drop your bag. Drop your bag.
Police emergency.
Hello, I think it's the homeless come in my restaurant. Can the police come in, please?
Okay, so someone's in your restaurant?
Yes, please.
Right.
They're not going out.
Over the last 6 years, the number of people sleeping rough on Swindon streets has tripled.
Okay, and you said he's refusing to leave. Is it just one person or are there lots of people?
Yeah, one people, please.
Okay.
And for the call handlers in Wiltshire Police's 999 emergency control room, the impact on the town is plain to see.
Okay.
I'm scared.
Have you locked the door? Are you safe? You locked the door?
Yeah, I locked the door. I tried to lock the door now.
Okay.
Homeless people can be a nuisance. It's usually the same thing. They're begging, they're drunk, they're shouting and swearing at people, they're in a shop asleep in a doorway.
I have a couple of gentlemen fighting. I think they're rough sleepers.
Okay.
A lot of regular homeless people, rough sleepers we have to deal with, they've been arrested a lot of times.
Hiya, we're in town, me and my little boys. There was a homeless man, Will. My husband said to him, you know, can you not do that, please? So I got a little one with me, and he's threatened to slit my husband's throat. I'll fucking slit your throat, mate, he said.
They know that if they get themselves arrested, they'll have somewhere to sleep for the night, they'll have something to eat, they'll have hot food, they'll have a hot drink, they'll have a blanket, and they'll be warm and safe for the night. I think that's a lot of the problems, because they see the police as just a temporary measure for somewhere to sleep.
Somebody's just broken into the back doors?
I think he's homeless.
Unless they decide themselves to stop doing it, then there's not really a lot we can do.
I've asked him to leave. He said he needs to use my toilet and he wouldn't leave, and I shoved him out the door and I pushed the door behind him and locked it.
It's 11:30.
We were called to Marks and Spencer's in the town centre. A report of a male detained for shoplifting.
Do you want to stand upright, please, so we can see you? Thank you. So we're going to go through some...
And in Swindon custody suite, 39-year-old Peter is being booked in.
He'd been detained for stealing a bottle of wine for £7.50. Subsequently was arrested by myself on suspicion of theft with the necessity to prevent any further loss of property.
I've done only, only tried to steal a bottle of wine. 750. I'm not a fucking criminal.
What nationality are you?
Latvian. I left Latvia when I was 19. 21 years I lived in England.
What's your home address, please?
I've got nothing.
When did you last eat?
That's a good question.
Wiltshire's custody suites now see the arrival of around 30 homeless people every single month.
The day before yesterday?
Day before yesterday?
Yeah,
I'm aware of situations where homeless people have intentionally done something to get arrested to sleep in the cells at night. But it has to be necessary for the investigation of that criminal offence that we should arrest them. Not everyone that we deal with gets arrested. People get invited into the police station and get summoned to court, but it becomes difficult when you've got someone who's homeless. If you cannot establish someone's home address, you can't summons them. So the homeless people, more than likely, they will be arrested.
I want to lie down, man. I just want to lie down, please. I want to sleep. I just want to go and have a sleep.
So you don't want to see...
Have a nap? No. I want to have a nap, man. That's all I want.
Just one single overnight stay in police custody costs the taxpayer more than £200.
That's serious.
You can go now. Trousers.
Next morning, after a cup of tea and full English breakfast, a sober Peter is ready to be interviewed.
OK, this interview is being tape recorded and may be given in evidence if your case is brought to court. My name is PC2340 Cole and I'm stationed here at Swindon Gable Cross Police Station. Tell me in your own words what happened.
No, I just went in, got a bottle of wine, put it in the bag and walked out. And I was stopped by security.
OK. Did you go in with the intention of stealing the wine?
Yes.
And what were you planning on doing with the wine?
Thank you.
We have got CCTV. Do you want to see it or are you happy?
No.
You don't want to see it? No, that's absolutely fine.
There isn't a record for the shortest interview. But if this interview was to be put forward for the record, it probably would be a contender.
All right, and if there's nothing further, then interview is concluded. Because you had an address, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened there then?
Well, the landlady, she gave me a notice on the 3rd of March, but she kicked me out on the 5th.
Oh gosh, so you only had a couple of days to sort of try and find somewhere. So where are you staying? You going in any of the car parks or anything?
Car park. Well, slept in the doorway, but then car park, all over the place.
Not safe though, is it?
I see men in this situation quite often, unfortunately. I think it's a sign of the times. They're waiting for benefits and things to kick in and for places for them to stay, but if they've got no friends or anywhere where they can sofa surf, then they end up sleeping in the car parks or sleeping rough.
Are you getting any grief from sleeping in the town centre at all, like from the other homeless guys? They're all right with you, are they?
I got a lot of support from them.
Oh, good. Still need to try and get you into some sort of accommodation.
Yes.
It's quite a quick, slippery slope. that you can go from living in a house and having everything to living on the streets.
So, do you know what's going to happen?
Really?
Yeah, you're going to have a caution.
Yeah.
Risks. Don't do it again.
Okay.
We've had some time. So what about tonight? Where are you going to go?
Back to the car park.
Which one?
Car park, Fleming Way.
Oh, no, man.
I've sat there at 1 o'clock in the morning on my own personal mobile, ringing around all of the shelters that we have in Swindon, which isn't many. There are not many beds at all. And trying to find that person somewhere to lay their head that night because it's -6.
Does it work?
It does. Well, I haven't had a proper shower for about a couple of weeks, man.
We should have said you could have one here.
But don't stink, though. It's all right.
Police emergency.
Hi, I need somebody to attend the premises immediately.
Okay, why is that?
Because my daughter is here with her boyfriend and they're having a fight.
It's 11 p.m, Sunday night.
They're in the front garden now, shouting their heads off. He's not living here. I'm just doing him a favour. He's got nowhere else to go. I've let him stay here on goodwill and now it's all on pear-shaped.
Nurse has come for a stay at Hotel Gablecross. When we arrived, Lewis was already on the pavement with his bags packed, ready to leave.
Every day in the UK, more than 300 people suddenly find themselves with nowhere to live.
We're living in a day and age where money is of short supply.
I found a penny. All 5p.
Homes and housing is of short supply. I see a lot of people that turn to friends, family, and then will rely on people's goodwill.
Today has been the unluckiest day ever. Yeah, everything's done. Literally, I split up with my girlfriend, been arrested.
All of a sudden, people's goodwill will stop. And all of a sudden, they start rough sleeping.
Lewis, what's your address, please?
I haven't really got one. Can I have something to eat, please?
Sort you out something.
I just have something to eat and drink. I just go to sleep.
Do you want me to tell anyone that you're here?
No one cares anymore.
Lewis, come this way, mate. There you go, pal. Blankets, toilet roll, and as soon as I get a chance, I'll sort you out something to eat and a drink, all right?
Can I have hot chocolate, please?
As soon as I get a chance, all right?
Thank you.
In Trowbridge, a woman is receiving Facebook messages from her husband. With the sender of the messages reported to be on top of a multi-storey car park, officers are scrambled to the scene.
With his feet hanging over the top. I'm going to make my way up the stairwell now, if we can consider a road closure for the entrance to the multi-storey.
Just 6 minutes after the alarm was raised, the police are there. It's now up to officers to try and talk down the man,
Hey, buddy, all right?
who is threatening to jump.
You all right?
In that situation, you've got split seconds to make that decision of, are you going to approach that person and what are you going to say to them? They're going to make the decision of whether they want to talk to you fairly quickly.
All right, can I come a bit closer? Just so I don't have to shout my little voice. My name's Hannah. I'm very unfit by the looks of it after running up all those stairs. What's your name? Jason. Don't think I met you before. Are you from Trowbridge?
There was nothing between him and jumping off. There was no railings, no safety barriers.
Really, I need a lot of help.
Yeah.
I haven't even done anything wrong to my family or my wife, and this just resorted me to this.
Okay.
I love them dearly. There's no point in me being here anymore.
Yeah, we were under a lot of pressure. When I had an MRI scan, and they found that I had a displaced disc that was near my spinal cord.
Okay, so you got some problems at home.
I've got degenerative disc disease in my spine.
I need really a lot of help.
Yeah.
Jason had always worked,
Okay.
but he became my full-time carer.
There's no point in me being here anymore because the council can't help me get anywhere.
We got into some rent arrears.
I can't do nothing.
We both had nights every week where we didn't eat. Here, because of having to pay to try and keep that roof over our heads, we were aware that if we just missed one payment, they would have us out. Me and Jason, one morning in the middle of February, got a letter from the court. The landlord had gone to court to seek a possession order.
I've literally got nothing. It's a struggle, you know?
So is it today that things have all sort of come to a bit of a climax?
For me, my mindset is just, you know what, just finish it, you know?
Yeah.
I'm just at the end of it now. I just can't.
Jason didn't know how to handle it. Knowing Jason, like I knew Jason, under normal circumstances, I knew Jason wouldn't do it. But these weren't normal circumstances.
I just can't do it anymore.
What's in front of you there? Because I've never been up that bit. Are you able to...
Jason had had enough. You know? He cracked.
I'm not staying on the streets. I've got nothing.
No. Yeah.
I can't do it anymore. You guys got better things to do than worry about me.
No, we're here to look after people, so if there's anything that we can do to help, that's what we're here for. We all make mistakes sometimes, don't we? Are you all right to come? Can you make your way just back over so I can have a chat with you a bit more? And see if there's something we can do to help you?
I could jump off.
I'd rather you didn't. Go steady then.
Hiya.
Hiya. Lovely. You're going to give me a pain in the neck looking all the way up there all the time. Right. So.
The pressure was so bad. I just went up to the top of the car park and just sort of sat there for like, a couple of hours, sort of contemplating on what to do, and I was in that mindset, what do I do now? Where do I go from here?
So.
No more, it's just... They don't know how life is, it's just such a struggle, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fella, do you want to come and have a cup of tea with us?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Okay.
If you don't mind.
Come and get in the van with me.
Okay.
Okay, and then we'll go back. What we'll do is probably go back to...
I was scared, to be honest. It was a very, very, very low point, in my life. And a very, very heavy hour of my life that literally could have changed a lot of other lives, you know?
Do a few little checks, so things like do your blood pressure,
yeah,
take your temperature and all those sort of things. Just have little chats to make sure,
yeah,
physically that you're...
I mean, I haven't had nothing to eat for 3 days, you know, because I had no money at all. And I don't want to be on the streets. So the only way for me to go was go and do what, you know, is just to end it all.
I've got a male with me who unfortunately has no place to stay, and he's allegedly been into Wiltshire Council this afternoon to discuss housing, and hasn't been successful. Just found him on top of the multi-storey car park.
We're trying to sort out some alternative accommodation for you if we're able to.
It does build up, I'm afraid, with some of these things.
I've spoken to Unity House in relation to a placement for him there, but they're saying that they can't facilitate that unless I speak to you guys first. Fabulous. So if I can get him over to County Hall, just lovely, thank you. Yes, thank you. I will get him over there now. Bless you, bye. He's aware of the situation. Get him there by 5:30. They will help him.
You?
I almost told that guy that I think I'm in love with him.
When you think of homeless people, you think of people, you know, on the streets, you know, or laying in bus shelters. You don't think of homeless people actually living in temporary housing.
I've just spoken to someone from Wiltshire Council.
Yeah.
They're aware of the situation in the background. They've said if we can get you there before 5:30, they will go through everything with you and try and get you in for somewhere.
Well, thank you.
Okay.
What if you find that you're ill for a couple of months? You can't pay your mortgage. People really don't understand how close they are.
It's always in the back of my mind. What if this happened? What if the boiler broke and I had to pay out for that? What happens if the car broke down? So it is in the back of your mind, the little what ifs.
Nationwide, 3 million people are now just one paycheck or benefit payment away from losing the home they live in.
Good morning, Wiltshire Police. How can I help?
Good morning. I'm calling because I'm due to attend an eviction tomorrow. I've just spoken to the bailiff and he asked me to see if I can get the police to attend as well.
Yes, I can afford somewhere to live, I can afford to feed myself, but I live hand to mouth every month. I don't have savings.
Tell me what your role in this is.
I'm attending on behalf of the receiver.
Okay.
Who's taking possession of the property on behalf of the mortgage lender.
So it's a mortgage repossession?
Yes.
I honestly don't think I'll ever own a house. I've come to terms with that. But you'd expect someone like a police officer to have the ability to own a house.
So it's a default on this mortgage, is it?
Yes, yeah, it is.
How, as a country, how are we allowed affordable housing to be out of the reach of the majority? How have we allowed that?
It's 4 o'clock Saturday morning. And on the outskirts of Trowbridge, PC's Gemma Bloomfield and Sarah Greenman are working the rural beat.
Down there, Merkin's Farm Cafe. It's really nice, apparently. Yeah, we should all go there. Breakfast one. Yeah. Love a farm shop, mate.
Go ahead.
A complaint has been received from a local farmer about a homeless man who has pitched a tent on his land.
He's seems to have returned there and has entered the farm. Now wandering around in the yard. He's taken a bucket from the house, saying she wants to cook some food in it. Go to see if we can remove him. They just got rid of him, really.
Aha, I see.
You need to move on. Where is your tent at the moment?
I will tell you if you help me move it.
Where is it?
I'm homeless.
Yeah, where's your tent?
Just down the road, I'll show you. You can't arrest me for it. If you put me in a cell, I'm at risk of losing everything.
Well, that's not what we want to do.
Well, no, I don't.
In the city, people tend to walk past homeless people in the street as if, who cares about them? But in a rural area, that's less likely.
This is the farm owner. He owns a whole property. He owns acres of land. I was born and raised a very... I'm not being derogatory.
I don't want to listen too much of your story.
All right.
I think you were a little rude earlier on.
Yeah, I was.
I thought that was unnecessary.
Honey,
but you brought back my stuff, that's fine. So you haven't stolen anything, all right?
Yes,
So that's a good thing, isn't it?
Isn't it? That's what I'm saying.
Good. OK. You've been asked to leave.
I'm homeless.
Basically, you'll have to go to a hostel somewhere.
We'll let him go off to bed now, shall we? Right, let's...
Often farmers take pity on a homeless person and offer them an outhouse or a building like a barn or something, just somewhere to get their head down for a few nights.
So we just need to work out what we're gonna do from here, really.
No, I know. We're gonna all get married, all of us.
But you can always outstay your welcome. I dealt with him on Saturday because he was so pissed that he couldn't stand up. Monday night, he was causing a problem in some Indian takeaway in Trowbridge. And then Tuesday, they asked him to leave and he disappeared off. And then we thought, he's so pissed that he's probably jumped, fallen in the river or something. Then Wednesday, he got nicked for all of that. And now tonight as well.
Right, take a seat. Sit yourself in, and then you could tell us where the tent is and we'll go there.
Then what do we do?
Well, for tonight, you're going to stay in your tent, aren't you? In the morning, then you move it then.
God, you're so direct.
Well, we have to be.
The man's tent is pitched in a field at the bottom of the farmer's drive. There are currently estimated to be more than 8,000 people in the UK who sleep in tents, cars, or on public transport.
I don't think there is an understanding in the general public about how deep the crisis goes. Get in your tent, go to sleep, sort yourself out.
I want to talk to you a second. Darling, listen.
You are not to go back to that farm. You are not welcome there whatsoever. You will be arrested if you go back there.
I like the way you're talking.
Go to the council.
I've got passion.
And sort it out.
I fucking like it.
Once somebody's homeless, how do you get out of it? And how do you get out of the associated criminal behaviours that go along with it?
Wellbridge is the one near Regent Circus, so go right.
It's 3:30 on Friday morning. And in Swindon town centre, PC's Becky Diamond and Eric Frempong have been dispatched
It's this one here.
to investigate reports of antisocial goings-on in one of the multi-storey car parks.
People saw some people with their trousers down, injecting themselves earlier. They're back again, doing the same thing. All right, guys. Have you been shooting up again?
No.
So
that might have been the two who've just left.
You know there's CCTV here?
Of course we do, Olivia.
So then you know what I'm talking about, don't you? So there's no point in lying. Members of the public who have driven into a car park might not like to see that. And maybe that's because they don't want to face the reality of what living on the streets looks like.
The kids already been here.
I know. I don't want to give you a hard time. They keep calling us. As long as you're not dealing.
Do we look like dealers, look? Living in a car park?
No, I know, mate. I know those people because I deal with them on a daily basis. I know that what they're just trying to achieve there is the best of a bad situation.
So I understand what you're saying and where you're coming from. You know, as a public place, you suffer with addiction problems.
We've used drugs, yeah?
They all have their own reason why they're there in the first place. Their actions when they are in that position, those actions that are negative or antisocial, are most certainly their fault.
I know what you're saying. It is a public place, it is wrong.
Yeah, exactly. And I see where you're coming from. But the reason that they're without a house in the first place could link back to someone like you and me falling from their ivory tower.
Sorry about this one, what's your
I can't smell it.
Oh, yeah, all right.
There is dealing with things criminally and dealing with them morally. All right, guys, we'll leave you to it.
Sorry about that.
It's all right. Some people will think that the way that I dealt with them was wrong, that they should have been arrested.
I think if I had more courage in my convictions, I would have said to comms, we're not going to that. Leave them alone. We've already been out once. They live there.
The behaviour that they're displaying is not okay. I'm not condoning that. But they are people. How do you decide who the priority is? Is it the wider community that's being affected by their behaviour? Or is it two young people who have got themselves in a sad situation where they are living rough in a car park? They can't wash their clothes. They're apologising to police officers because they smell. Who do you prioritise? Who needs your help more?
Good afternoon, Wiltshire Police.
Oh yeah, I got a theft in progress on Speak Street in Swindon.
Okay, he hasn't left the store yet.
Not yet, no.
We've got units en route to you. Okay, where's he putting the items?
It's in his jacket pockets by the look of it. He's got his back to the camera.
Have you seen him put stuff in?
Yeah, he's picked up some SD cards and a Bluetooth speaker which is concealed.
Okay.
They've stopped him.
Okay, the officers have got him. That's brilliant. Thank you ever so much.
Cheers, bye.
Lewis is back in custody again.
Okay, we were called to Wilkinson's Bridge Street today to report of Lewis here concealing various items of electronic goods. In amongst his property was a small quantity of cannabis, and he was also identified by the store manager as being responsible for 3 other thefts in the days up until now, the last couple of days.
So I'm going to authorise this officer to search you.
I done it. I stole. So that's what you get, don't you? You have to have a punishment if you do something wrong. I did own up to it as well. I said I was homeless, needed something to eat and stuff. I robbed it, just like Sal.
Would you like me to phone anybody to let them know that you're here?
No one cares anymore. I don't know what to do with myself.
Okay, when did you last have something to eat?
You got any money in here?
It's probably about 50p. Literally, I don't know what to do. Literally, I just want to go home. Live a normal life. All this shit, man. Some people wonder why people are homeless. I get on with my family. I've got respect for my mum.
And would you like to read our book called The Codes of Practice?
I've already read it. My stepdad, he was a nice man. He was. Before he died, it sort of like seemed like our life was like good, like really good for a while.
Go around your waist, man. Oh, you've got another pair as well.
Keep warm, it's cold out there, man.
Right, can you just throw those off as well for us?
Just when you sleep outside and that, you got to keep warm, don't you? When he fell ill with cancer, sort of went upside down. Literally, I'm thinking about all this bullshit then. Literally, it wouldn't even be like this. It wouldn't be stood right here, right now, if I got help when I asked for it. Everything just got too much. No, like elastic band, if you pull it and pull it and pull it, it's just gonna snap. One of the first days I was homeless, I remember somebody threw pennies at me. And I said, well, what's that about, mate? He said, you're homeless, have it, yeah. And proper throwing it, like, proper angrily. I was like, I don't want your pennies, mate. I didn't ask for your pennies.
He's all ready to go, mate. If you see my colleague there, he's going to take your fingerprints and photographs, OK?
People try to put me down a lot. Oh, you tramp and druggy and all that stuff. Or you're not homeless, you're just too smart. It sort of actually made me angry, because what are you supposed to look like when you're homeless?
Look up, mate. Get your chin up, nice and straight. All right, just relax there. We'll get to the next one in a minute.
What, beard, big beard, and flies around me off the, like, cartoons and stuff? Like, it's not like that.
Right, hold still.
A homeless person in 2017 could look like anybody. Your daughter, your son, your mother, your father, your husband, your wife.
It could be fun on the streets if you make it. I made my own house. In town, underneath a gym. Sounds so trampy, I know, but it wasn't actually bad, considering what we had. And I had sofas, double beds, I had wallpaper, everything. It was actually really nice, considering we were on the streets. Just trying to make the best out of nothing.
It's 9:30 p.m.
It says not to enter any retail premises.
What, so I'm allowed to walk through town?
And having been charged and banned from all but one shop in town, Lewis can stay in custody no longer.
Do you want these forms? They're quite helpful, aren't they?
I have the number one.
That one, yeah?
Yeah, because they're all the support services.
There you go,
So you're saying about who do I get help from? All of those people on there.
Unfortunately, I'm not clever enough to know what the solution is. I wish I did.
Can I say something for the camera? Did you know, police here, they can arrest you, but they can't help you? I never knew that.
I read an article in a newspaper yesterday about homelessness, about how people have learned to become blind to homelessness. One Tory MP from the Thatcher government back in the 80s stated, the homeless are the people you step over when you leave the opera. And it seems that that attitude has become more mainstream.
Police emergency, how can I help? There's a guy and a woman, they're really aggressive begging. You able to give me a description? They both look off their heads. They both look very gaunt, that sort of look.
I think everyone that wants to have a home or wants to have somewhere safe, you know, that's warm and dry, should have it.
Good afternoon, Wiltshire Police Adrian speaking. How can I help?
Hi, I've just answered the door to a lady, young woman, literally begging for money. She doesn't live here. I have no idea who she is.
Did she say what she wanted it for?
No.
But the taxpayer doesn't want to pay for it. It has to be paid for somewhere, and people don't want to put their hands in their pockets.
I'm just calling about a homeless guy. He's coming here basically every single day, and he's been really rude to our customers, asking them for the change.
Yeah, okay. Is he still in there at the moment?
Yeah, he's still sitting there.
He's on tapping on a window, he's stumbling around. He looks like he's about to pass out, mate.
I'm sleeping.
You can't sleep, not here.
Tomasz is still sleeping rough
Joe, just let him go, see where he goes.
and is a regular at the local soup kitchens.
Bye, Thomas.
I just went in, got a bottle of wine, put it in the bag and walked out.
After accepting his police caution, Peter approached the council for help with housing. He's now living in temporary accommodation and he is studying at the Open University.
Would you like me to phone anybody to let them know that you're here?
Lewis pleaded guilty to shoplifting and possession of cannabis.
No one cares anymore.
And was fined £50.
Mate, get your chin up, nice and straight.
He's reconnected with his mum and is living back at home with her.
You know there's CCTV here?
Yes, we do. We live here.
The couple reported for using heroin are still homeless, but have had to move on from their place under the car park stairs.
Confirm we've got Mel on the top floor with his feet hanging over the top.
Jason and Amanda lost their home. And they and their children are all now living in temporary accommodation.
What are the kisses? Right, yeah. Have you got accessories in that one? It's scary. It's really scary. And it's sad. Really sad. You never think it's going to happen to you. I never thought I'd find myself in this situation, ever.